Ladies and gentlemen, you may remember this officer. This is former officer Kim Potter, and she's about to go on trial for the murder of Dante Wright. If you remember, she shot him to death and claimed she thought she pulled her taser. And she actually had a history of doing this. She did it prior to doing it to him. She had another incident where she shot someone and claimed she thought she grabbed her taser. Maybe the first time they were willing to believe her, but the second time, and plus, you can't mistake a taser and a gun. They even feel different in your hand. So this came out on Fox News November 29th, 2021. Kim Potter trial jury selection begins Tuesday for former cop who allegedly mistook handgun for her taser, which is BS, which is complete BS. Jury selection begins Tuesday in the trial of Kim Potter, a former suburban Minneapolis police officer who allegedly shot and killed Dante Wright when she mistook her taser for her handgun during an attempted arrest in April. Potter faces charges of first and second degree manslaughter in Wright's death, which sparked protests last April in an area that was already on the edge during, the trial of Derek Chauvin. We won't forget that, for murdering George Floyd. Wright, a 20-year-old black man, was pulled over by Potter, and the officer was training Anthony Lucky because his car had expired license tabs and an air freshener hanging from the rearview mirror. Y'all need to get that mess off of the books. There ain't no way a tiny air freshener is, distracting you when you're driving. This is just one of those BS laws that they need to pull you over, over race primarily. Oh, well, you got that hanging there. They know damn well that's petty. That shouldn't even be on any law. It's a BS law. So, anyway, nobody should end up dead because they have a license plate tab that's expired. Nobody should end up dead for that reason. Okay, this is all according to the criminal complaint. Lucky then found that Wright had an outstanding warrant for a weapons violation and attempted to arrest him. So Wright initially obeyed orders and he got out of the car. If y'all remember this, he did. He got out of the car, but tried to get back in as he was being handcuffed. Potter's body camera shows her saying, "I'll tase you," then pulled out her handgun and repeating. Remember, she just kept yelling, "Taser, taser, taser." She knew what she was doing, y'all. She knew what she was doing. And then seconds later, she shot him. And it was a single shot that went to Wright's chest. And then she said, "S, I just shot him. I grabbed the wrong effing gun," Potter said. No, she was trying to get that on her body cam so that when she goes to court, they would take that into consideration. That's why she did all that taser, taser, taser. That was for the courts and the jury. That's what it was for. Okay. And then she said, "I'm going to go to prison." This is what this officer is saying. That's why she was yelling all that taser, taser, taser. She was doing that to cover herself. She knew what she was doing. She knew she had a gun in her hand. Potter's defense will likely argue that it was a mistake, but prosecutors will argue that she committed first degree manslaughter while recklessly handling a gun. The charge for second degree manslaughter requires culpable negligence. When jury selection begins Tuesday, attorneys will likely screen jurors for their opinions on the social justice protests that erupted in wake of George Floyd's death in May 2020. Questionnaires have already been sent out to potential jurors with questions about the protest and whether they have participated in any. At least 6 days have been set aside for jury selection. The process took 11 days in the trial of Chauvin. Opening statements could begin as soon as December 8th. So I hope they live stream this trial so, we can watch it. But this woman is full of crap. If you got a history of doing that, how can you say it was a mistake? So why is somebody on the police force that don't know the difference between a taser and a gun? Right there, they let her get away with it the first time she did it. They should never have let her get away with that. You went to training, you have 20 years of experience, and you don't know the difference between a gun and a taser? Nah. But y'all, please tell me what you think. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace.